Hello and welcome, boys. Welcome back to Mission Podcast. Today we're talking about Julius Ratnall's Trent Alexander Arnold leaving Liverpool, not signing a contract, even though he has a big offer on the table. He's not signing and he's joining a club that I don't think any Liverpool fan likes. To be bum buddies with his best mate Jude Bellingham going to Real Madrid, it looks like. Reports came out today from Fabrizio Romano and Ornstein, and both of them said, you know, soon the contract's done for Trent. He's got offers on the table from Real Madrid, and it looks, very, very likely he's going to sign. And unless something insane happens, like he has an injury and never plays again, it looks like Real Madrid are going to sign Trent Alexander Arnold in the summer. And, this is going to be a little short rant, I guess. Not as long as our normal videos, but I'm going to go straight in with this, and I'm going to start with myself because my head was gone. I woke up this morning, I looked at Twitter, and I saw the news, and I just thought, I can't stand this guy anymore. There's been games this season where he's just looked lazy and he just looks like he doesn't want to be here. He's trying to do the nonchalant light skin gimmick. You know, he's playing very passive. Like games like the United game, just doesn't mark his man. Or games like the Fulham game as well. There's been a few games this season. Then he has audacity to do this when he scores for West Ham. Trying to tell the fans to shut up. The fans that have given him everything, supported him through thick and thin. You know, when we won the Champions League in 2019, this man was saying, I'm never leaving this club. There's no club like this. When we won the league, he said the same thing. Even in 22, when we lost to Madrid in the final, we had the bus parade after with the two cups. He tweeted, "I'm a champion in my city." You got the whole city's against you now. You've got a mural outside Anfield. You're one of the first murals. I think he was the first mural. Yeah, he was.
He was the first.
He was the
He
first.
was, yeah. Then Gerrard came later.
Yeah, Hendo was after him after we won the league. But after we won the Champions League, there was a Trent Alexander mural put up, right, just outside Anfield Road, near the Anfield Road stand, and you see it every time you go to the stadium. The bus drives past it every time on the way to the stadium, and he's just thrown this entire legacy out the window just like that, and it's disgusting. There's no two ways about it. You can't be turning your back, leaving the club with absolutely
Mm.
nothing as well, getting a huge signing on bonus from Real Madrid as well. Let's not forget they're going to give him a stupid amount of money for signing on his contract. His agent, his rat brother, known tout, loves scamming fans. He's another rat. He's going to make a stupid amount of money. He's never cared about the club. He's a failed academy prospect. Trying to live off his brother, ruined his brother's career now. Real Madrid, he'll get
But
eaten up
I,
if you Real Madrid, he'll get eaten up if he does, the defending he does at Liverpool. Look how they do with Gareth Bale. That man won them a Champions League, and he got viewed every week. They even viewed Ronaldo at one point. One of the best players of all time. And you're telling me Trent Alexander-Arnold, the guy who got rinsed by Jeremy Doku every single battle he lost. I don't think he won a duel that game twice.
it's one of them ones, isn't it? It's like be careful what you wish for, innit? And it's
Yeah,
gonna be one of those ones. He's gonna realise, innit? Watch.
yeah,
Well, I
100%.
don't wish him well at all. What's this? Oh, this is a whole bullshit I've seen online. Oh, we should wish him well. He's done so much for the club. Fuck that.
Never.
Why would we wish him well? The way he's left, if he left us like with dignity and respect, then okay, you could wish him well. He hasn't done any of that. He's a straight up coward, yeah. That's what we call in our language. We call him a gunjer. That's what he is. He's an absolute gunjer. Still waste, man. How can you be a scouser, yeah? Because he's scouse, it makes it 100
100
times
times worse.
worse. 100 times worse. You know how meaningful you are to the club, yeah, how much you mean to like the fans and everything. And the club that birthed you, the club that gave you a platform, yeah, to show your talent and like make it into football, yeah. You're gonna leave us for free. You're gonna run your contract down on purpose and not let us get any money for it. And you just guaranteed this prick here. He was banking on us finishing fifth or fourth this year. New manager. He thought, yeah, that's my excuse. I'd be like, I want to win stuff. Blah blah blah. We're winning the league. We're 15 points clear. What's your excuse now, Trent? He's been exposed. He's a little rat, bruv, rat bastard. And if he's smart, you might as well book your fucking flight to Spain already, mate, and move into wherever you're gonna buy, whatever villa, mansion, yeah. Do not show your face, and if you're smart, do not show your face at Anfield or the parade.
Mm.
Do one, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything Carp just said.
Yeah, I was just saying, bro.
Yeah, go straight
Absolutely.
onto it, Danny.
Loyalty in 2025 is dead, bro. We've birthed this guy. We've gave this guy everything. A lad who's been with the club since he was a kid. Like, this is not some random academy graduate. This is a Scouser born and raised. He was supposed to be one of our own. The next captain in line, the heart and soul of the Liverpool team. If you think of the Liverpool identity, one of the first players that comes into your mind is Trent. He came through under Klopp, basically made that position his own position, won the lot with us, Champions League, Premier League, club, everything you could think of, he won with us. And for him just to not even give us a fee, like you leaving is as bad as it sounds, but you leaving on a free makes it just 10 times worse. Like, so all this time when he's been posting about the club, kissing the badge, like, was it all just an act? Like, behind closed doors, he's basically already checked out. Like, if there's something which you call betrayal, Trent is the definition of that. And the club, yeah, fair play to them. They apparently, according to Paul Joyce, who is very reliable, that the club did offer him an improved contract from what he was earning, and he just didn't entertain it. He turned it down really. That's like a major insult. Like after all the club has done for him, making him one of the like best paid young defenders in the world, building the system around his unique skill set. Like this guy gets drilled week in week out by defenders. The way Liverpool fans back him, I'm telling you, no fans in the world would back a player like that. You look at the loyalty Gerrard showed us. He had Madrid and Chelsea in his prime chasing him, and
And
he
Inter
still
Milan.
said, exactly. This guy could have been our next club captain, one club icon, the face of the Anfield era post club, and instead he's just choosing an easy way out just to go and be with his bum friend Jude in Spain. And I don't want to hear any of, oh, he's chasing a new challenge or he wants to experience something different. Bro, you're a scouser. You owe us something. You stay here. I feel like that's just a cop up from him. I mean, if he did truly love the club the way he claimed, he could have stayed and led us into the next chapter. But no, he's just walking away. Just as the club needs some leadership. Like, we're going through a transition period next season. This is the period you keep all your best players. You keep your Salahs, your Virgils, your Trents. You keep the midfield. You keep all them players for next season. You keep the core. And end of the day, yeah, you don't want to wish injury on anyone, but I hope this guy fails. I hope this guy has the worst career after leaving
Eden
Liverpool.
Hazard, Eden Hazard-esque, Hazard-esque.
Exactly.
That's the
Coutinho-esque even.
Well, the thing with Coutinho is, yeah, Coutinho gave us a fee. He signed a contract and then he left. This guy didn't even sign. Fair enough if he signed a contract in 2023, yeah, with a release clause. Fair enough. You don't want to be
Yep.
a Liverpool player anymore. You can go do what you want in Madrid. Leaving on
But
a
that's the
free,
problem, though, Danny, innit? Sorry, Danny, that's the problem.
the
That's where it becomes, that's where it's just greediness. Because he knows if he signs an extension, even if he gets a release clause in that extension, his heart's already in Madrid. And you know what Madrid did with Mbappe, that whole saga? Madrid told Mbappe, it's fine. We don't need to sign you. We won't wait for you. What did they do? They ended up waiting. Same for Trent. This guy's a snake now. He's too scared. For him, it's Madrid or nothing. He's not going to wait. He doesn't want to sign a new deal. He knows that he might never get this chance again. So that's why I know he didn't even bother entertaining a release clause. He didn't bother entertaining another year, not even another 2 years. It's simple. But people like this, you just call them snakes. That's all it is.
This guy didn't even bother entertaining the fans, saying anything, staying silent all year. It's not like he's come out and said he wants to stay. Salah and Virgil both said, I want to stay, I want to stay, I'm just waiting on a good contract. If he said that, okay, fair enough, the club didn't give you a proper contract, but they have. It's not like he's, openly come out and said something. He could have been a legend. He could have been, up there with your Gerrard, your Carras, your Robbie Fowlers, but he's another Michael Owen.
Coming on to that,
Let
I
that
remember when we won the Champions League and he came out and started speaking about captains and he goes, I'm not one to talk about being a captain, but I would like to captain this football club one day. And then since then, Klopp actually gave him vice captaincy. He made him the vice captain over Salah, the likes of Salah, who's been here and obviously he's older. He gave it to Trent. He opted to give it to Trent, thinking he'd stay and become, obviously, after Van Dijk, the next captain and whatnot. And he literally just spat in our faces. And that is what I find. That's what makes it even more disrespectful. You're the vice captain, and you're here doing this. It's embarrassing, man. Absolutely embarrassing. It makes us look like a joke as well. Genuinely makes us look like a joke.
It does.
Also,
Hey,
also
Danny, just
FSG.
finish up before.
Yeah, yeah. Or I was gonna say FSG are not getting away with this. They bottled it. As much as we want to put the blame on Trent, 70% of
Yep.
the blame's on him, but 30% of the blame has to be on FSG. Like, this is a failure by them. They bottled it, plain and simple. They misread the whole situation, dragged their feet, and now we're just losing one of the best fullbacks for nothing. Like, how do you let a player like Trent, an academy graduate, a core part of your identity, a face of the club, just see out his contract and walk? Like, the signs have been there for the last 2 years. The rumblings were loud. He wasn't really committing. Maybe he wasn't sold on the club's direction after Klopp. And instead of acting early, instead of like protecting our asset the way they see the business model and making a firm decision, they did what they always do: waited, hesitated, and hoped for the best. This is what happens here when your owners treat the club like a business spreadsheet and not actually a football club. They saw Trent as a cost to benefit calculation, not a legacy player who needs to be tied down, backed, and made the face of the new post era club. And now look, 2 years later, we the ones who are reaping the consequences. Fair enough, they offered him an improved contract eventually. Maybe it was too late, too late. I mean, this is classic FSG, isn't it? Reactive, not proactive. Always doing just enough to scrape by, but never like taking the bold, ambitious step forward. How do you let a player of Trent's caliber, his age, he's in the prime of his career for fullback. He's 26 years old. How do you let a player like that reach the final year of his deal without locking him down? This isn't some fringe player you could make the excuse of, okay, what if he declines? We don't really see him part of the future. This is Trent Alexander Arnold, a generation right back, a core part of this team, and you just let him walk away. This FSG, oh man, they piss me off. They love to talk about sustainability, yeah, not net spend or all that, self-sufficiency. This looks all well and good in theory, yeah, but at the top level, if you can't act with intent, with ambition, you just fall behind. And we've done this with Trent. It's going to be hard to replace him. We've got Bradley, yeah, I like Bradley. I think he's an amazing player. But what Trent had, his skill set was just unique. And this club, massive failure, man. Massive
Yeah.
failure.
I just want to quickly add my part on Trent. I
Yeah.
had a small segment, but I just want to go into the main course.
Go for it.
Long story short, just 10 minutes before this podcast began, yeah, I went to the shop. I just wanted a cheeky little Red Bull, innit? So I look at the Red Bull can. Who do I see? Trent Alexander Arnold. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Just turned around the can, maybe put it at the back, overstepping at the front. I mean, he's the goal. Then I walk a bit down, and I said, you know what, yeah, I'm feeling a bit of Lucozade. Okay. And I find this new flavour, ice kick. And who do I see on that bottle? Jude Bellingham. Mr. Jude Bellingham on that bottle. So I've gone to the corner shop, yeah, and I've seen Trent Alexander Arnold on a Red Bull and Jude Bellingham on a Lucozade. Bear in mind what happened this morning. Okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way. That
Yeah.
how these two have ruined my day today.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Mr. Trent Alexander Arnold, yeah? You said this quote, we won the Champions League. I love the club more than anything, and I can imagine playing my whole career at Liverpool Football Club. So what's changed? What's changed? We offered you a new contract. We offered you an improved salary. Even if it was late, you say you love the club more than anything. So why have you not done anything to stay? You have your own mirror outside the club. My brother in Christ, you're vice captain of this club. You had 2 years left until you became the captain. You had 2 years left. Brother, you don't normally say this about our players, but he was on track to replicate Gerrard's legacy by
100%.
becoming captain.
100%.
He was going to win another league.
Yep.
You telling me there wasn't another Champions League in this squad? And bro, in 3 years, he could have lifted the trophy as Liverpool captain.
Exactly.
He would have surpassed his idol, bro. His idol couldn't win a Premier League trophy. Another lie. Trent Alexander Arnold. I'm bringing him to court today. I'm going to become Harvey Specter on this guy. He said, on his contract negotiation, this is what he said. I have been at the club 20 years now. I have signed 4 or 5 contract extensions, and none of these have been played out in the public. And this one won't be either. Another lie. So you just want to lie to us fans now? After all we've done for you? We've backed you tirelessly since 2016. Every single
Bro,
shit
the way
defensive
rivals
performance,
cook this
we
guy, fam.
backed you. Rivals cooked you. When you weren't in
Bro.
the England squad, we came
Rided
out
for
for
you.
you. when he went picked for the England squad, bro,
The
it's
amount of
crazy.
tweets, you go through my Twitter, you can find a million Trent propaganda tweets.
Yep.
Go for it.
It's mad.
Defend this guy
And
for everything. I took the blame away from him during the Champions League final. Everyone blaming Trent. I'm saying, nah, it's not his fault. It just happens. It happens. People saying this guy can't defend.
now this is the problem. You give nowadays loyalty is just like there's no meaning of loyalty. We've been
Yeah,
loyal
man.
to him for 9 years, and he just gives us a slap in the face. And last point on Mr. Liverpool, Steven Gerrard. How dare you leave the club at this moment in time?
Mm.
Yeah. On my life, this guy is lucky when a title race with Arsenal. Wallahi, this guy is lucky when a title race with Arsenal. Because I'm telling you now, if we were in a title race with City, or if even Arsenal were 3 points behind us, imagine if this news came out today and we won the title race. Oh,
Exactly.
we were gonna bowl the title, bro.
Mad.
100%.
We were gonna
Crazy.
bowl that title. And another thing is, Gerrard was offered Madrid, AC Milan, Chelsea,
Barca.
when Liverpool, Barca. Bro, who didn't want Gerrard at the time?
Exactly.
Gerrard was a superstar.
Even
He
Fergie
turned
wanted
down
him.
Mourinho 3
Fergie wanted
times,
him.
bro. 3 times.
Mourinho went
Fergie
after
sent
him
Neville to
3
try and
times.
tap him up in the England camp. Gerrard told him to fuck
Mourinho
off.
said, Mourinho genuinely said, I have my favourite opponents, but Steven Gerrard is my most favourite opponent. And coming from Mourinho, that says a lot. Now, you want to hear what teammates Gerrard was playing with? He was
Yep.
playing with David Ngog, Bellamy, Joe Allen.
Cinema
Well,
Pongo.
not to say they're bad players. Not to
Aquilani,
say they're
bro.
bad players, but they're shit players in terms of the standard we have now. And Gerrard didn't leave. Yeah, you can say Scouse Mafia this, Scouse Mafia that, but no. Because why? Because he had the love of Liverpool in his heart. But Trent doesn't. Because we're at the top. We're about to win the league. And yet you're still going. This whole thing doesn't make sense to me. And I'm glad he's leaving because of one thing before I finish up. Sorry for just taking a bit too long.
No, go for it. Don't worry.
The 59th minute. Stade de France. 2021. Can anyone tell me what happened in the 59th minute?
Oh,
In
Back post,
2021?
innit?
At the Stade
Back
de
post.
France?
at post.
This
So
brother
Vinicius
didn't want.
Junior.
This brother didn't want to scan his shoulder in a Champions League final. No. He wanted to keep on
Ole
ball
City.
watching.
Ole City.
This brother signed for Madrid 3 years ago. He gave them the Champions League 3 years ago.
Well, that video of
This was
Madrid lifting the trophy and Trent
Bro.
standing there looking out.
Yeah. Oh
That
my
video.
god, yeah.
What
That
does it mean
video's
now?
mad.
What does it
video's
mean
mad.
now?
This was a
You
hit
can't beat him,
mission.
join him.
This
Yep.
was a hit job mission by Perez, Uni Calafat, and Trent since 2021.
And Jude Bellingham.
You can't explain to me otherwise. And Jude Bellingham. Bro, I never want to see this guy play for my club again, man. He's made me
You
so
mean
sad. I
2022, bro?
genuinely
Wasn't it 2022, the final?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
it
2022.
was in Paris 2022.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yep.
Paris
Yeah,
2022.
But I don't
now
want to
just makes
see
me
Trent
here.
ever again at this stadium.
Yeah,
If
I
he's
can't.
there
I can't see
during the
him in a
derby,
big.
he'll get booed. Bro,
No, I
that
actually want.
United
I
game,
actually want him.
I want him crunched. I want him crunched on the derby, bro. I want him 2-footed, bro.
he won't play because he's not injured. When he's injured, happily. You know, I hope Bradley's back. Speedy recovery, Connor. We need you because concert right back.
Yeah.
You know, that's
No,
not
bro,
his
we love
position.
you.
No, I actually hope he does play. I just want to see his face when he gets
We'll get
fucking booed.
good,
He'll get booed.
the whole
Of
I
course
just
he
want to
will.
see his
stadium, bro.
face.
No, there's been a few
You
games
won't be
I've
able
been
to
at
match it.
Anfield. Yeah, I've missed 2 games all season. I've been at Anfield pretty much every game this season. There's been a couple of games where Trent has not had the best reception. Fulham, people would tell him to fuck off constantly. United, he got booed off by a couple of guys, right?
United was bad, bro. That was bad.
United
That
was
United game, he was
disgusting, man.
horrible, right?
That was bad.
Everyone around
I was getting
me
cooked by
was
Della,
fuming.
bro.
You know, there was the occasional Trent fangirls, but
Crazy, man.
he got booed by a few people when he came off, right? He had a horrible game, and even the Fulham game, people all around me were telling him to fuck off. Because
Bro, man, it's as simple as this. It's as simple as this, bro. We put our heart and soul in for 9 years
exactly,
just to be greeted with a slap in the face at the end of it.
exactly.
But, brother,
Bro, a man from an
wallahi,
Egyptian village is more
look
loyal
me,
to his club than a Scouser who's born and bred.
Crazy, bro.
look me,
Crazy.
all 3 of you, look me in the eye and tell me right now Reece James isn't better than Trent Alexander-Arnold. Wallahi, Reece James is better than Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Listen,
Allah Quran, he's better than Trent
listen,
The amount
Alexander-Arnold.
I've slandered Reece James over the years.
Bro,
Aaron
so James is
Bissaka,
more complete
boys,
in
boys,
defense
Cows,
and
everyone.
attack.
Kyle
boys,
Yeah,
Walker.
he's a lot better.
let's not get carried away.
Every
Yeah,
right back in football, I've slandered him
But
because
Trent's
of Trent
only got, I'll
Alexander
be honest
Arnold.
with you, Trent's only got that amazing pass to break the lines and that long ball, I'll be honest. Defensively, let's not even talk about defensively, like with all the other fullbacks. Like, nah, sorry.
Listen,
Can't do that.
we've had star players in the past. We've had Coutinho's, we've had your Suarez's, we've had your Sterling's as well. And the case with them was we weren't the best team at the time, so you really understood why they were leaving. Trent Alexander Arnold this season did not expect us to win the league. This guy
Yep.
hoped we finished fourth or fifth, so he could just walk in the from the back door and be like, "Okay, I want to maximize my career. I want to win all the trophies." Blah blah blah. He can't even use his excuse now, so he's just not said a word. We've had Salah come out, we've had Van Dijk come out, they've actually expressed their love for this club. This guy has not said a single word. And this guy used to get cooked by rival fans, by everyone, week in, week out. When he was getting cooked, he became a meme on Twitter. And who were the ones defending him every week? It was the Liverpool fans. We were like, okay, he's going through a rough patch. He's not the best defender, but what he gives you forward is like you can't
Replace
replace
that.
that. Like, we never turned on him. Even when it was hard to justify, we stood by him. Why? Because he was Scouser. He was one of us. And he knows he wouldn't get this treatment anyway. You try to do what you do at Liverpool and Madrid. You think they put up with that? The moment he switches off at the back post and costs them a goal in a game like the Clasico, they'll tear into him.
Yep.
Spanish media will have him
Yep.
on the front pages with bullseye
Also,
over his face, bro. No
also,
patience, no second chances, no blind loyalty. What he had at Liverpool was special, and he's not
Mm.
going to get this anywhere else.
Exactly.
I just wanted to add, Konate covers him. You think Madrid centre backs are going to cover him like that? No chance. No
Exactly.
chance. They're not running out of position like that. No chance.
Eder Militao coming back from an ACL injury, trying to cover that Trent space. Yeah, that's looking peak for him.
Never happening.
Flipping
Never
sick,
happening.
bruv. Honestly, him and his
Bro,
brother,
I need
proper rats, man. I said it on the last podcast 2 days ago. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna double down on it. Both were rats. Just at least, at the very, very least, just give us, right? Just give us some money for the fact that you sold Coutinho, 140 million, signed an extension, had some sort of loyalty and respect. I don't know if you guys already addressed it. I've come on
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
And then Suarez
Did we
obviously
get?
sold, and we reinvested.
Did,
But it's just a disgrace, to be honest. I look at this and I just think, what would Gerard think, man? I bet you right now, Bill Shankly's turning in his grave, bruv. He turned in his grave when Jits and Hillet, when I can't even get their names right. The freaking previous owners
Hicks and
before
Gillette.
FSG. Yeah, whatever,
Gillette,
man.
bro.
Head's gone, bruv. Yeah, he was turning in his grave. He's done a full 360 turn, and then he's looked up and he's seen Liverpool win the Premier League after 30 bloody years, and then he's turned back again after seeing Trent pull this madness, man. Honest to God, what a disgrace.
Can I just make a point though with this? You know what it
Yeah.
is? This generation is just a different breed. They don't understand. They don't have that understanding of loyalty or shame anymore. And
Yeah,
I
but
think
do you think someone like Curtis Jones would do this? I don't think Curtis Jones would do this. I don't even think
No,
Harvey
I
you
Elliott
don't
would
know,
do this.
man.
Harvey
what
Elliott
my
turned down
point
No,
Real
is, yeah.
Madrid before he
Can
joined
I just
because
say
he was a
something?
Liverpool
Can I
fan.
just say, yeah, with Michael Owen, yeah. Michael Owen left us.
Mm.
He won the Ballon d'Or at Liverpool, didn't he?
Yeah, 2001, I think.
That's
After he won the treble.
let's be
Treble.
real. Let's be real. We were shit. You know? So he had every right to leave and go to Madrid, the biggest club in the world.
Well,
That was
yeah.
the
He
whole
left in
Galacticos era.
2004, I think, innit? Just before the season before he won the Champions League, he left.
And the reason why Owen gets hate is because obviously he joined the scum nation out that
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, doing United, bro.
And
Yeah,
then
Newcastle.
obviously with Gerrard, I know that people are putting this argument out, but Gerrard would have gone to Chelsea if the Scouse gangs didn't do like threaten him and blah blah blah. But even Gerrard, I look back at it now. If he was to leave us, I wouldn't have been as mad because compared to this situation right now, because we were shit. I understand Gerrard's thinking, look at the absolute dross this guy had to play with, yeah, and he still stuck by us. He changed his mind. He thought, I can't do this. This is the club. This is the city that I love. This is the club that I love. He said it himself. I'd rather win less trophies with this team because it means more than winning a poxy.
Yeah.
We're going to win at Madrid a flipping Spanish Cup and a La Liga.
My head's gone again.
Fuck about that.
No,
You
this
just
is
said
reminding
means
me.
more.
Oh, go for it, Kazi.
That's what he said. That's what he said. When they asked about Man City, what's the difference between Man City and Liverpool? He goes in the interview. This means more.
It means more. It does mean more.
That's
Winning trophies at this club.
And slotting himself out for a couple of La Ligas and a
But now he's running
Champions
to Real
League.
Madrid, bro.
Exactly.
He goes, this means more than
can I
running
say
to Real
something?
Madrid.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? There's this whole discourse going on here. Like I think Trent said it himself. He wants to win a Ballon d'Or, right?
He's never winning a Ballon d'Or.
My brother, you are not going to win a Ballon d'Or going to Madrid.
No
What
chance.
makes you think you're going to win a Ballon d'Or at Madrid? Just
Yo,
look at the
you're
players you're
kind of
playing with.
freezing up. You're
They're
kind of
all
freezing up.
ahead of you
Yo,
in
you've
the
all
Ballon
frozen.
d'Or race. Mbappe, Vinny
Valverde,
Jr.
Valverde as well.
If that's your reasoning to go, it's full of shit. It's just greed, innit? It's just pure greed. You've run your contract down. You wanted a huge signing fee. It's just rat. It's proper rat behavior. How much more money do you need as
You know,
footballers in 2025? Do you know what I mean?
the only
It's
thing I'll say
disgusting.
is that Barcelona and Madrid, when they come calling, they're like the pinnacle of football in terms of the two biggest clubs on the planet.
Did you
So
what
the
did
only
Steven
thing
Gerrard say to
when
Real
players
Madrid
do
and
want to go
Barcelona?
there,
He told them to fuck off.
He's a
obviously
scouser, bro. It's different. He's
If
a
you're coming
scouser.
through
Stevie's one
the
of a kind,
academy,
isn't it?
right? Trent Alexander Arnold owes his career right now to two things. Jurgen Klopp, right? The man who put everything into him,
Yep.
and the Liverpool fans who have, supported this guy through thick and thin. Every week at Anfield, Scouser in our team is sung. That's not going to be sung for him anymore. Curtis Jones is the Scouser in our team as far as I'm concerned, right?
Yeah.
Curtis
Of course.
Jones is the guy now, right? In the derby, after when the Corey was trying to
Yeah.
come to the away end, who was there? Curtis. Where was Trent? Halfway up the tunnel running away. That's the difference, right? Jamie Carragher, right, in 2003 or 4, did an interview. He was linked with the Inter Milan move, right? And they asked him, someone asked him, oh, you could join a bigger club than Liverpool. What did Carragher say? Who's bigger than Liverpool? Oh, what? I might win a few of the cups, but who's bigger than Liverpool? Well, they might pay me some more. A couple of years later, what happened? He won the Champions League, right? That's the difference between
Do you,
loyalty,
do you, do
integrity,
you
and
remember?
playing for the club that's
Do you
giving you
remember a
everything.
few months ago? Do you remember when Carragher? Do you remember that Sky Sports debate? Yeah,
Yeah,
when Carragher was like cooking Trent in it for like,
yeah,
what's he playing at? What's he
Yeah.
doing?
yeah.
He was getting attacked by everyone. Like, oh, I'm sensing racial undertones and everything. But he was right. He was right. Look, he's proven him right. Trent's a flipping snake, man. And we're too defensive now over football players. Now we're just like, you can't say anything to them anymore. Like, what this guy is? This is for me. Yeah. Is it a stretch to say this is the worst betrayal out of anything we've had? This is worse than Torres. This
I
is
This
think
is
there's
worse
a
than
lot
horrible,
worse,
man.
bro.
Sterling.
I don't think it's
This is
worse than
worse than
Torres.
I think it is. I think it
It
is.
is
I
West
think
Torres.
I
I
don't
think it
know,
is. I
man.
think it is.
Defos.
it is. All right.
I think for me
Why do you not
personally,
think it's
right,
betrayal?
Torres is
But
just
with Torres,
when I was
yeah,
a
we
kid.
were a mess. Don't forget
Yeah,
that. We
Yeah,
were
but
we
absolute
were
mess.
a mess,
to be
bro.
fair though, we came close to winning the league.
Also, let's be honest, Torres was, he became slightly washed then, innit?
Oh
Like,
yeah, he
he
did,
was
didn't
there.
he?
Like,
I don't know how he scammed
But
50
when
million
he
in
went Chelsea, like,
point is,
2012.
he
these
didn't
man
do much.
Torres, these man like Torres, Coutinho, they're not Scousers, isn't it? They're like South American. They're not going to have that sense of loyalty to us. But
He still
I
went to
still,
Chelsea though. Still went to
yeah,
Chelsea. I would have accepted it if he wanted to go back to Atleti or he wanted to play in the Serie A or something. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, Fez. You go to you go
no,
to
but
our
this,
kind of
yeah.
like
To be
biggest
fair, he
rivals
gave
at
us
the
50
time,
mil, though.
Chelsea.
He gave us 50
We
mil.
were shit at the
Trent giving
time.
us nothing.
We got
He giving
50
us a
million
pen.
signed Luis Suarez, so
Yeah.
upgraded
It
and
worked
Listen,
out. Innit?
listen. There is no way
This is
this.
the
There
worst
is no
one.
way.
It's not a
There's no
debate.
way.
It's not a debate.
There's
Trent's
no way
betrayal
Torres
is
is
bigger.
worse than this. Look, when
is
Torres
it worse
left
than
here,
Owen though? Would you
Yeah,
say it's worse than
yeah,
Owen?
it is. It is. Oh,
I'm
100%.
McManaman
well,
though.
actually, I don't know. What do you
No,
know?
no.
Outside
What
of
Owen's
Montino, yeah.
United.
When
Owens'
McManaman
only
won the
reason
Champions League with
betrayal.
Madrid,
Hang on.
uh,
Hear me out. The only reason Owen's betrayal is looked down upon is because of the fact that he went to Manchester United later on in his career.
okay, yeah,
That's not
that's
a
true.
Yep.
direct
yeah,
betrayal to Liverpool. It's the fact
Yep.
that he won the Ballon d'Or with Liverpool, won a treble here with Liverpool. Then he went to Real Madrid because it's an upgrade from what he had from playing with some of the biggest deadwood there. And you know what? You don't blame him because he was a world class striker at the time. You don't win a Ballon d'Or at Liverpool if you're not the best player in the world at the time. Then you look at other guys like Torres. From what I understand is that he had a really bad injury that was just catching up to him, and they pretty much sold
Yep.
him for 50. He sold him for 50, and they got they got the best out of him. Liverpool literally got the best out of Fernando Torres
Yeah,
than
he
any
just
other
won
We
the
coach.
did.
Euros as well.
We had his peak. That was
Yeah,
his peak.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So we had him at his peak. As much of a heartbreak as it was, at least Torres went for some money. Did Michael Owen go for any money?
yeah.
Yeah.
no,
Even
Did
yeah,
Manaman go for any money?
no.
Michael Owen did. I'm not sure about McManaman.
McManaman went for.
Okay,
I'm 90% sure.
regardless of that fact, Trent Alexander-Arnold has dragged Liverpool down the rabbit hole for the past God knows how long, year and a half, 2 years, knowing that this would be the exact situation that it comes to. He was too scared to say I want to leave when he had a contract, and now he's just weaseling
Yeah, he
his
went to
own way
Madrid
out.
on a free.
I can 100% understand if he wanted a career change, if he wanted to go to Real Madrid and play with some of the biggest players in the world, right? If you're a professional footballer, then that's the sort of drive that you need to have, and he's that kind of egotistical individual,
Yep.
which I like in a footballer, that would have
Yep.
allowed him to drive forward. And maybe, he wanted to play at the likes of Real Madrid. You only get one footballing career, you only get one career. You try and make the most of it as best as you
Yep.
can. But the way that he's done it is absolutely scummy, and I don't want to hear other people might be listening to this thinking, "Oh yeah, it's scummy that he gets to do what he wants is his career." Look at everyone else before you; they all left for some money. They all went somewhere that at least we benefited from it, because that's how you pay back your loyalty. At least this guy has just literally turned his
He
back on
could have at least
everyone.
done like a Sadio Mane.
Yeah, Mane. We knew
Yeah,
he was
Mane
exactly.
left
going.
in a
Sadio
perfectly
Mane.
good way. Fair
Yeah,
enough. He
fuck.
We
wanted a
knew he
new
was
challenge.
going.
He went to Bayern. He waited till the end of the season. He didn't, start rumors during
Yeah.
the season.
He gave
He
his
wasn't.
all in the Champions League final.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
didn't roll. He gave his all.
All for the
And
season.
But you know what it is. But you know what it is. It's guys who have that. It's guys that have that kind of like humble background. They have some sort of humility about them. When I talked about Trent being an egotistical individual, that goes both ways. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. Trent is not a humble person when it comes to these sorts of things, as you can see. Like whenever he writes on
Stop
his
saving
Instagram,
chat.
it's always very arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And Mane was humble enough to kind of put that onto one side and just say, look, you know what?
Bro,
I'm
you
going to
know
play.
what the thing great about Mane? He got replaced mid-season in January by Luis Diaz. He basically knew that that I'm getting replaced, and he still didn't drop his performances or throw his toys out the pram.
Yeah, I mean,
same,
he got
same thing with Coutinho, bro. Even Coutinho, he wanted to leave, yeah, and we managed to make him stay for another 6 months.
another 6 months.
Yeah.
He put in
He
bro.
dropped
He was
a hat
on
trick
course.
against Spartak Moscow in
But
the Champions League final with the
that
captain's
six
armband.
months
Remember?
was the
He was
best
going
I've
to play
ever
the player of the
seen
season.
Yeah,
attacking
same,
football from
same, same.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I agree. That's the best
The
you've ever
attacking
seen
football
Coutinho
we
play.
played, Salah, Mane, Coutinho,
He
Firmino.
had the captain's armband as well. We gave him the armband
Yeah,
as well.
he had the
That
armband
was
for a
mad.
couple of games.
Listen, I don't think this is on the same stratosphere as Torres. I'm sorry. Listen, Torres, I understand, yeah. When he left, we all heard, but he was a world class striker. We all loved him. But let's not forget, when he did leave in 2011 January, the club was in a chaos. We just got new owners. We were in poor form, no Champions League football. Was it snake behavior? Yeah, it was, but it wasn't as shocking as this. At least we got 50 million from him. At least we bought another world class striker from him. This trend is unforgivable. Same with Coutinho. I mean, he was flirting with Barcelona all summer, yeah. He faked
Yeah,
injuries for a game. It was an ugly exit. You don't want anyone to leave the club like that. But once again, we got 140 million from him. And Coutinho's performances in the first half of the season were unreal. I think he
To be
got
fair,
like 13 goal and
he,
assists in 14
yeah,
games. And his Champions League performance, he was scoring hat tricks, scoring important games. He
free
gave
kicks,
us
free
all he
kicks.
had before he had a player like Coutinho, who's Brazilian. You understand, yeah? He wants to play for Barcelona, like South
Makes
Asian
sense.
Barcelona. You get that? Trent and Madrid, I just don't get it.
I don't get it
Well, I
either.
mean,
Thing is,
I get it. I
Trent has
get it. I
always said
get
he
it.
likes
I
Barca
get
better than
it. I
Madrid.
get it. I just don't like the way that he's done it.
Trent's
Yeah, that's
always
another
said he's
thing.
like Barca better than Madrid. He's always said Messi's
Yep,
my favorite player. Messi's the hardest
yep,
player I've played against. And now all of a sudden he's going to
yep.
go to Madrid. The Madrid PR machine will brainwash him. And now all of a sudden
You
he's
know,
going to be a Ronaldo fan.
Just to be with Jude.
Yeah,
Do you know
100%.
what the
I
most
genuinely
frustrating
hope.
thing? What the most frustrating thing for me is, yeah, I understand Madrid and Barcelona, yeah, are huge attractions and big clubs, but I look at football in 2025 now. They're not the same as they were. I don't get this whole hype. Oh, but it's Madrid, it's Barca. When they come knocking, it's different. I
It's
just don't
Liverpool.
get it. Bro. It's
Barca,
not like
no.
we're
I'd say Barca right now, no. But I'd say Madrid slightly, yes, because they do like in Europe, especially.
but
They're
so do
either
we.
winning the
So
If
do
Champions
we,
League or
playing for
winning
Danny.
the
Madrid
Euro.
is a guaranteed Champions League, yeah, okay, fair
Yeah, you're
enough.
guaranteed
But
Champions League in your
he's
career.
won the Champions League at Liverpool anyway.
Oh no, of course I'm saying like multiple though, not just one. That's the
Yeah, but
only thing.
No,
Why
but
I'm
with
not
that
saying
acting
whole
like we
Trent.
don't have the
thing.
quality to win another Champions League.
I agree. I agree with Danny. What is the appeal of going to Madrid? Liverpool, like, what can he actually say? Money. Liverpool offered him more money for a new contract.
Ambition.
His brother,
Okay, ambition. We do
his brother's
challenge
his
for
age.
trophies and all
His
that.
brother
Yeah,
wants a lot of money as well.
it's money in
Everyone's
it.
just
It's
greedy.
purely down to
Yes, his
money.
brother wants money in it. He
Yeah,
wants more
his
money.
brother's going to get a fat agent's
Literally
fee in
wants
it
more money.
because apparently he's going to
Yeah,
get
he
a
wants
40
money.
million pound signing on fee. So just for signing, he gets
Yeah, he's
40
gonna get
million
something
quid.
crazy, man.
Well, this is just
Mad.
rumors. Nothing's confirmed, obviously. This is just reports that are coming
Last
out.
The
Yeah,
agents do get.
100%
I'm
getting
pretty sure.
paid the bag, man. He's a rat.
Now, what
100%.
makes
Yeah.
it worse here is that he's been okay. I'd understand if he wasn't offered a pay rise. He's been offered 300 grand a week. On the podcast recently, we said that okay, maybe 350k a week is a bit of a drag. He was offered 325k, which was released basically today by Paul Joyce. You've been offered a pay rise. Why have you still not stayed? Everything is set up for you.
Apparently,
And
Madrid's
now
only giving him 220k a week, by the way.
Yeah, for 5
Madrid
years.
aren't giving him Madrid ain't giving him 500k a week like we were thinking. We were thinking, okay, maybe the reason he's not signing is that he's not getting that big money that
Do you like remember
only
the
Madrid
article
can offer him.
where
What was
they
the
said that
article?
he wanted to be Liverpool's highest earner? That means more than Salah, who's on like what 350k plus.
350
Yeah,
So
plus.
Trent
that's
obviously wanted
we were in
400 to 500k. Apparently,
Right, the
that's
two
we
biggest
were
earners should
alluding
be
to
Salah and
in the
Virg,
podcast.
right? Trent is
yeah, of course.
shouldn't be that
But
in that
Trent asked
bracket.
for that.
Get the
Like
fuck off, fam.
apparently asked for that. Like he wanted to be the highest earner at the club, and I was like, what? That's crazy, man.
Fuck off, man. You can see back post and you want fucking
After the
highest earner.
season,
Get
To be
the
Salah's
the
fuck
signed,
highest
off.
earner, you got to be winning his
and the
games
guy's
and costing
asking
his
for
games
that.
against our biggest rivals. And
That's embarrassing,
let
man.
United is shit. And he made United look good single handedly on his own. He made the worst Man United team in my lifetime look good. United are what, like 12th in the league or something?
Yeah, they're horrendous, man. They're horrendous.
And he made them look
Embarrassing.
good.
Boys, can I
I'm
just
so
say
glad his
something?
goal at Old Trafford didn't count now. I was
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
buzzing
with
that was
the,
disallowed. I'm happy that was disallowed. He doesn't have his Steven Gerrard moment.
I've
He
got a
gets the camera
question.
with
Yeah,
an offside flag.
Yeah, can you let him land? Can you let him land? Bloody hell.
Yeah, copy land, yeah.
I've
Head
got,
loss central.
I've got a question. Yeah, when
Yeah.
was it then when Trent signed that 4-year contract thing?
4 years ago.
2021.
Yeah,
2021.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
cool.
after
So
lockdown.
It's making me
I
question.
think Salah signed as well. I think Salah and
Salah
Mane.
signed
I don't know.
summer
I think
22,
they
no?
both
Was it
signed and
2-year
their
extension?
contracts ran
Yeah.
out
2022.
somewhere
Salah
around
signed
there. I think
2022,
everyone
2-year
signed
extension.
similar time.
Whenever he signed it, yeah, whenever it doesn't matter. But it's making me question a lot of shit now. It's like did he have this all planned from the moment he
Yeah,
signed that 4-year
4
deal?
years.
Well,
Yeah, he
apparently
did.
Madrid have been
So
talking to him for 2 years.
means,
Klopp's
you know why it makes it worse then?
contract
That
was
means
supposed to run
he
out in
knew
2025. Remember? But I'm pretty sure Klopp's contract before he extended was supposed to run out this year. Was it
that.
before he extended 2 years?
So
Remember?
that means he had this all planned
Yeah.
whilst we had Klopp. Whilst we
Mm.
had
Yes.
Klopp. That's
Yes.
even worse. I'm
100%.
sorry, that's even worse to me. That's
Yeah.
I
even
feel
worse.
bad for
There you go.
Jurgen.
And
So
then when
Klopp
Klopp
made you.
extended, he was a bit
Have you guys
surprised.
seen that clip? Have you guys seen that clip of Klopp like putting his arm around
Yeah.
Trent
Yeah,
and
when
then
he
Yeah.
gave
Vice
him the vice
captain. Vice
captaincy.
captain.
you bastard. You fucking knew you were gonna leave. You rat bastard.
Trent signed a 4-year contract in 2021, and Salah signed a 3-year extension in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
And the people
Oh.
that are defending this year, it actually makes me laugh because take this out of football. We live in a generation now that glorifies being fake and being a snake. Straight up. That's the only reason people are flipping defending it because
There's two
they're
types of
like,
people defending it. Foreign fans,
But you know
I'm
the only
sorry.
thing. The
If
only
the
thing I'm going to
American
defend this guy with, as
fans,
much as I hate him, if he actually knows Salah and Van Dijk aren't staying and he's jumping ship, I hear it. Because if FSG can't keep Salah or Van Dijk, like if they can't keep either of them or both of them, then I hear why Trent's probably running. Because if he knows something that we don't, that they're not staying, and he's jumping to Madrid, I hear it. Because to replace them two is going to be catastrophic. It's going to be very hard to replace them two if we can't sign them.
no, but then
The
come
thing
out,
is, guys,
wait, but then no, but then come out and say that, bro. Say the club's
yeah,
not showing ambition and
you
like,
say
no,
I
no,
want to
why are you
stay, but the
fucking
club isn't
ghosting and
giving
like
me the contracts I
He
want.
probably knows, but he knows if
That's
he says
what Van
anything.
Dijk and Salah have said. Van Dijk and Salah
I
both
know they want to stay.
explicitly said they want to stay
I know, but I
in
don't know if
multiple
the FSG
interviews.
are going to give him the deals though. So I
Yeah, but
don't know.
he's been offered 350k a week or whatever it is.
And I know Trent's been offered, but I mean, like, if Salah and Van Dijk aren't staying, if they're not a guarantee, then he's
no,
probably
no,
I
no.
thinking
think
in the
that
back
will
of his
come out
head.
soon. I think
If it's
they're keeping
I
it
really,
think we'll
quiet
find out soon.
because it makes Trent look worse. And if two of them are signed and one hasn't, it makes Trent look really bad. So I
I
think
can't
they're
lie
just
to you.
holding it off for a bit
I'll be
just
honest
to,
with you. If you give me
keep the
another
heat off
3
him.
years of Salah in this peak condition, like form, whatnot, and Van Dijk, I'm taking that over Trent personally,
100%.
just as a team.
100%.
I'm 100%. I'm taking it. But
and
yeah,
also I think the club. I have a little theory here that the club has purposefully leaked this information now. I feel like the club have reached an agreement with Salah and Van Dijk, and that's the only reason they've let this come out
I
because they
hope
want
so. I
to. They want
genuinely
to
do hope so.
basically they've tried it all with Trent, and Trent's like not doing it. They're like, you know what? Then fuck you, then innit?
Uh,
We're gonna fucking let it get out. We're done defending you. We're done trying to like protect you. You clearly don't give a fuck about us. We don't give a fuck about you then as well. I can see that being a scenario as well. But if we've let this come out yet, and we still haven't tied down Salah and Van Dijk,
Yeah,
we look like
perfect.
fucking idiots.
I just want to quickly say though, this just comes down to how many E-Reds there are in this fan base.
Oh,
Because every single week, people are saying, "Oh, Richard Hughes is just in Spain." Listen, okay? To be a sporting director for one of the biggest clubs in the world, you just can't sit on your ass. And I'm going to
Yep.
defend Hughes here. Because he certainly wasn't just sitting on his ass. Because if he was sitting on his ass, he would have not even offered Trent a pay rise. He offered Trent a pay rise. He gave Trent 325k per week. What more can he do? He wants to go.
When
He snaked us. It's done. I think Van Dijk would extend, hopefully, and Salah will extend. Yeah. But in relation to your point, Kazi, that maybe Trent has gone because he knows what's going to happen, no. I'm sorry, but if you're a Scouser, you should stay at this club no matter who
Yeah,
goes,
of
no
course, man,
matter
of
who
course.
stays, you should stay at this fucking club, man.
mm,
You say you love this club, so show it to us then.
No,
exactly.
Salah. You know what you should have done if it's a case of club's not showing ambition and that's why I want to leave. Yeah, if you truly love Liverpool, if you truly love the club, have some balls and come out and say it to the public or to the fans.
Yeah, yep.
If you
That's
really
the worst
cared
thing.
about the club, and if you come out and say something, then fans will get onto FSG then, and then get them to pull the
Yeah,
fuck out their ass. Do you know what I mean? You don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about us. It's as simple as. And
yep.
I don't know. The only reason I can see him going to Madrid so far, the logical reason is man's got a broke back mountain style relationship going on with Jude Bellingham. That's the only
Yeah,
thing I
yeah.
can think of, bruv. There is something fruity going on between them two.
There's something
Tell you
dodgy
that.
going on there, bro.
Do you guys know what the worst thing about this is? Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
didn't sign the contract, a club that built him, all because he knew he could cash in massively by running down his deal, signing for Madrid on a monster signing fee like Mbappe
But
did.
the thing that
The
hurts the
signing
most is that we
fee,
lost to this team twice in the
the,
Champions League final.
the
The
signing fee,
city's going to show
Knocked
it
us
up.
out of Europe 4 times.
bro, the signing
Bro,
fee
that's
he get with
crazy.
Madrid is unmatched. He's gonna get a similar to Mbappe signing fee, yeah. So
Yeah.
he's be like, okay, yeah, I'll have a bit of that. You know, from a business perspective, yeah, we get you fair play. But from a loyalty, legacy, respect perspective, yeah,
Bro, loyalty these days means jack, bro. It's all
Bro,
about
I
money
can't
to these
wait
players,
for
bro.
Yamal to drop him in the Clasico and the
Bro,
Madrid fans to get on his case.
I genuinely, now you know,
Bro,
you're
I
not
will,
even that. Some dead team's just going to cook him in La Liga, bro, and he's going to get cooked. That's the funniest thing, man.
He's left.
I
He's
will
left.
be
He's left
watching.
us to get into the England team. Maybe the Madrid going to Madrid will get him into the England team.
Yeah,
He's already
PR, the
in the
PR,
England
he'll
team
hit the
though
PR.
recently. Tuchel would happily bring him in. That's the thing.
No,
He's
he's a
been in the
bitch
squad
anyway.
recently.
Scouse, mate. You're Scouse, not English, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna subscribe to the Zone membership, yeah? I'm gonna spend my hard-earned money,
Hey, watch him,
£111,
bro. I can't wait.
just to watch this guy flop week in, week out.
You
That's
know
the
the
level he's
funniest
got
I
to.
will
thing,
find a dodgy
bro, I was
link,
saying
but
this
I
earlier.
ain't paying for that.
Valverde at
I
right
will
back this
happily
season
pay
for
for that.
Madrid has been absolutely unbelievable. If you watch the Atletico game, him at right back this season for Madrid, I'm not even trolling. The Madrid fans have been saying, play him at right back. Literally pay him at right back. So if Trent has one bad game, they're going to be calling for Valverde back at right back. I'm telling you this now. I'll give it like 2-3 games. I'm giving Trent, I reckon, until they start calling for Valverde to play right back.
I
That's
mean,
what I reckon.
on that note, I think that's a good point to wrap up on. You know, Trent going to Madrid, I can't see it ending well with the Madrid fans. I don't think any of us can.
Yeah,
And, you know, I just got one thing to say to you, Trent Alexander Arnold. You watching this, because I know you watch Mission Podcast, right? You are a Judas rat. You have turned your back on everyone who's done everything for you, right? And I hope your ankle injury don't recover well. I hope you're washed when you go to Madrid.
Oh no.
I hope you're washed when you go to
Hazard,
Madrid.
Hazard, Hazard
I
2.0,
hope you're
Hazard
the
2.0,
worst in your footballing career
I
if you
swear
Hazard
to
leave this
2.0.
great
God,
club.
I never want
However,
to
if you
wish,
come
man.
here, I'm sorry
It's
for this.
Ramadan, man,
Just
brother. Fear Ramadan. We should
No,
have
no,
beat
no.
these
You know, it
these
will be
lot.
a shame. It will be a shame if Trent does his ACL.
Yeah, it'd be a
yeah,
shame, man.
It'll be
be
a
a
real
real
shame,
shame.
man. Great
He
footballing
ends up
talent
like
like that.
Coutinho, Michael Owen,
I'll be
just
so
washed
sad,
when they leave.
man. So sad.
big shame,
I'll be
man.
so
You know,
sad to watch him
it's
do
not
his
always
ACL, man.
sunny on the other
Honestly,
side. The grass ain't
I,
always
I
greener.
genuinely,
It's
I
only green
genuinely
where
hope
you
he plays
water it,
so
as
well.
Mbappe said.
The grass ain't always
One
greener, Tim.
closing note, yeah. Can we normalize calling out cowards, snakes, and rats for what they are instead of
Yeah.
this whole just
Oh,
defend them
100%.
or stay
100%.
alive?
It sounds like you've got like more of a deeper issue going on here. You're like,
Yeah, I
you know,
do,
man,
bro.
this is
Yeah,
about
I do.
society, bro. This is about society. We live in
It's
a
about society.
ratty
It all
generation these
stems to
days, bro.
society.
That's
It
what
all
it is,
stems
man.
to
This unk
society.
is talking about generational things, fam.
He was here
Just
watching
say it how
Rushy
it is, bro.
and Kenny Barnes.
And
Every
on that,
Liverpool
and
fan,
on that note,
wait,
You're a
every
genius.
Liverpool
You're a
fan,
Curtis.
Mission
every
Podcast
Liverpool fan.
has an episode coming out soon about society and this generation.
Do we?
That's in the
No,
future.
shit. Oh my
Watch
god.
out.
No, no, we don't.
I think,
You're just
yeah, I think
advancing
this
this.
is the
Oh
moment
God.
You
we're
need to
wrapping
run
this
it
up,
back the
boys.
slot first.
Well, we need to do a deep dive into this. We need to do a deep dive.
This is the
A
moment
red
we're
pill
wrapping it
blue.
up, boys. Thank you for
Every
watching Mission
Liverpool,
Podcast. If you made it to, this point, we've got a good 45-minute discussion. All our socials are up there. You got your Twitter, your Instagram, your X, whatever you want to call it, and TikTok. Go follow them. Subscribe. Again, we're still close to 100 subscribers. You see, it's every episode.
Our
We're
audio's
so
fucked
close
as
to
well.
100 subscribers.
Apologies to Spotify listeners.
we'll
Yeah.
upgrade eventually, don't worry.
We get
Hey,
we
Apologies for the audio issues in the last episode. I wasn't there and everything goes to shit.
let's set up a Patreon.
Set up a page. Hey, happily. We take any donation.
have you stopped the recording?
No. And that's it for Mission Podcast. Thanks for listening, boys.